Israel has now set its sights beyond Iran's nuclear facilities by launching attacks on major gas and oil sites, including some of the largest in the world. Meanwhile, there are reports that Israel had communicated to Donald Trump a plan to kill Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, which the US president opposed, leading to the plan not being executed. Adam, Donald Trump does not want the US heavily involved in this conflict. He clearly stands with Israel. He condones what's happening, but he knows his supporters, a sizable number of them, do not want America involved in another war.
No, look, it's a very difficult needle to thread for him at the moment because he certainly does support Israel. That is very clear. But as you point out, I would say probably more than half of the Trump base are very anti-war. There's the old Reagan-Bush side, but that's probably about a third of the party now, I would say.
Yeah, the war hawks' power and influence is diminishing.
Well, it's much greater in the mainstream media than it is amongst the ordinary supporters. They are really anti-war, and I can understand why. There's been a lot of wars, you know, in the last 20 years or so America's been involved in, which have not gone well. So let's just see what happens. I mean, I think Israel, I mean, you know, I'm no military expert, but certainly Israel has, you know, what they call escalatory dominance. Basically, it's going to win, and that's even without the US, I think, because ultimately it's got more missiles, it's got more planes, and of course it probably has nuclear weapons too, which Iran knows. And in a very extreme case, you know, that's a major threat.
Absolutely, and it's going to also be fascinating to see whether they stop at Iran not being able to create or develop a nuclear weapon, or whether they're going to push ahead for regime change. Because,
well, that's the best outcome, right? But it has to happen organically, right? It has to, the regime has to collapse, right, of its own accord. That would be the wonderful outcome.
And that would have to be led by the Iranian people. And on that, Elon Musk's Starlink satellite internet service is now active in Iran. Elon Musk made that happen after the Iranian regime imposed nationwide internet restrictions. Adam, hugely important for the Iranian people. You cannot have a revolution, you cannot overthrow that regime with internet being cut throughout the country. So this is really a way for the Iranian people to stay connected and perhaps have a shot at having nationwide protests. But as we have seen in the past, the Iranian regime is absolutely brutal in...
It is brutal.
In clamping down on those protests. Do you expect to see that happen?
Well, look, I mean, I hope so. I just checked before I came on the show, but GDP per person has fallen by 50% there in just 10 years in Iran. So, I mean, how could it be a popular regime? It must be hated. I mean, it's a very poor country, and yet it should be very rich. I mean, it's huge. It's got 90 million people. It's filled with resources. It's got beautiful mountains, rivers. You know, there's no reason why it should be so poor. So let's hope that they can use Starlink to coordinate. And just on Elon Musk, I mean, he's a bit of a hero here, really. He's criticised for this and that, but look, he's turned on these beams, probably at great cost to himself, I imagine. And who knows? Maybe it will work. Maybe it will see the end of the regime.
Well, I can only hope so. But we have seen some footage come out of Iran, which is incredible to see the Iranian people celebrating the attacks against the regime, even though obviously innocent people have died in these attacks. They want to see the end of the mullah's reign. They've been in power now, what, more than 45 years.